impossible, impossible.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Jags and the Browns under the lights on Sunday night.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They run it again with Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. It's taken to the 26. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. The drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Running right, Jones. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. The Jaguars at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And the way they played last week defensively, when I watched the tape, I had to stop it a couple of times and count to make sure there were just 11 guys on their side of the field because they covered every angle and thoroughly shut down the other side, hold them just 7 points total. They do that again, that'll get the job done one more time in a big way.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
How don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Going up top.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Now Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Holding.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Up the middle, Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw.
A check down here to Jones.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On play action, they'll throw. And this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 3rd and 2, Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. 4th, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. Nick moved them out of the way for the run.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep. They caught it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On 1st down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
To the air yet again, Watson. Escaping the pressure right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he goes out right around the 39. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. They'll set up to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Patterson's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Jones again on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Holding, offense.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Looking to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. Nifty move.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Second down and inches. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around. Jones, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try again with Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I know in this spot they have to be thinking to themselves, let's go ahead and go for it right now. We don't know if we'll get another opportunity. But if you trust your defense at all, you kick the field goal and maybe have one more shot later.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll get the lead down to 5.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line. Watson off play action. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They go up the middle with Chubb. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The Browns send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
Agnew now to return. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 2nd and 3. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Perrion Winfrey, his 2nd sack of the night.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. So they get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This is a 26-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Watson on first down.
Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 76 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Chubb running right. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Watson. Caught here by Bell. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect mode and end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Cleveland, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.